What's going on, guys? It is your boy Silverce here, bringing you a brand new video on the channel, guys. Now today I have an important topic, and it's about why I think Playground V2, well, I guess not Playground V2, but just Playground mode in general, basically just a mode that helps you practice any of your skill levels, whether that's shotgunning, AR, and just shooting, building, really anything at all that you could use in a real fight, in real battle royale. And so this video is about why I believe that Playground mode isn't really helping us, guys. I think it's actually making us a bit worse at battle royale. And let's get right into it, guys. The most important reason for this is build battles. It's very easy to get a lot of materials in Playground mode, but not so much in normal battle royale. But that's part of the fun from Playground. It's so easy to get materials, you can pretty much do anything. And now what the problem is, I find after playing a game of Playground, or a few games of Playground, I switch back to battle royale, I find myself building like a maniac in battle royale. Like, here's a clip of me building just really fast. It's just to show that how much materials you can have in Playground. It's pretty much limitless. But the problem with this is the fact that you get used to so much crazy builds, like maybe floor, ramp, stair builds that you really don't need in battle royale. It's pretty much unnecessary. You really never need to do that. Or build extra things you don't need, like here, where I just build a complete 1x1 and just build like crazy when I really don't need to do that at all. Now, as much as I would love Fortnite Battle Royale, normal games, to have a lot of material just like Playground, that's not going to happen. And I know personally I'm a great builder, not to be cocky or anything, but I do think I'm a great builder. It really kind of does suck that I can't build to my potential in normal Battle Royale due to not enough materials. That's really the problem. If you don't have enough materials, you can't build like this. Now, I'm not saying you do need to build like this, but you still would like to build like pretty fast, and if you building fast means building a lot, you know, what's the problem with that? If Fortnite's all about building, why isn't there just like endless materials in Battle Royale? I feel like there shouldn't be a time where you run out of materials. But I guess it's kind of another topic, not exactly the Playground one we're talking about. But yeah, it's just something I feel like should be in the game. But yeah, let's get back to the normal video. So the main idea, what I'm trying to say is, you don't have materials in Battle Royale. It's very hard to get materials compared to Playground. So if I'm bringing my crazy building habits to normal Battle Royale, that's going to be a problem. Now, my max wood, I usually have, my average game probably has around max wood and maybe a couple hundred other materials. And in Playground, that's a small build fight. You just completely blow all of that. So if I'm playing a game of Playground, or a couple games of Playground, and I switch to Battle Royale, I find myself running completely out of materials after fights, or dying from the fights due to not enough materials. And that is a big problem, because you do not want to be used to Playground habits of crazy building when you really can't build like that normally. Now you can if you have 3,000 materials at the end of the game, which does happen sometimes. You have a lot of kills, maybe you run into people that got a bunch of llama, just things like that where you have a ton of materials, but that does not happen every game. That's like less than the 30% range. And this is why Playground's messing us up, because we don't want to get into wrong habits of the normal Battle Royale we all do love. Now, I'm not saying we don't love Playground. I personally love Playground so much. You can just do literally anything. I'll just do an example real quick. I used to win, on my streams, I probably win about 30% of the solo games that I played. I play like maybe 15 games, I'd win about roughly 4 or 5 of them. After playing Playground only for like 3 streams in a row, I go to a Battle Royale game, I run out of mats in a build fight twice in the same game, and I had a couple thousand materials in that game, and I lost them all. And I was in second place, hiding behind a convenience store, 7-Eleven type thing, and I couldn't do anything because I didn't have any materials to even rush above them. And I'm not saying you can't just not take your habits and build crazy, because obviously you can, but it's just hard to remember. In the moment, you probably won't remember, and you're kind of just used to it, so it's really weird to build kind of just more passive. And that brings me to my next reason. What I mean by styling on people, there isn't really a specific kind of way to explain this, but it just kind of means not really taking the fight seriously, I guess. Not really seriously, but just not really doing the same thing. An example I could give you is basically getting a hunting rifle and trying to no-scope people in the middle of a shotgun fight, or things like that that really aren't the smartest decisions, but if you do it, it will look cool. If I'm being honest, Playground has led me to a big habit where in just every build fight ever, I'll pull out my hunting rifle and take that no-scope first. And most times I can still switch out of it and recover, but if I'm going for something crazier, sometimes you can't, and it risks your life just like this. I was trying to no-scope my friend here, but yeah, he almost killed me. He probably should have killed me with multiple shotgun shots. I'm not saying people don't style like this normally, that's not at all what I'm saying, but for me personally, I feel like Playground has led us to to do these things originally, so we have those habits still in Battle Royale, just trying to go for trick shots and things like that. Because you know, you're probably going for a trick shot sometime with your friends in like a lobby or whatever it is, whatever it has to be. But again, it isn't necessarily trick shots, it's anything in general. I'm also not saying at all this is completely Playground's fault, but me personally, I believe that Playground has led to me to do a lot more trick shots in a normal Battle Royale game that gets me killed like all the time. I don't want to put out the wrong message. I'm not saying that, oh, Playground is the first thing that people got, you know, doing trick shots to people. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that Playground, with the trick shots, has led us to kind of just do them more in normal games that a lot of the time get us killed. And that brings me to my next point. What I mean by nervousness is kind of like when you play Playground for a while and you go back to Battle Royale games, you're kind of just not prepared for the fact that once you die, you actually are eliminated from the match. I know this myself, I never really am nervous playing Battle Royale, but after playing Playground where you really have no fear at all, even just a little tiny little bit of fear of dying from your opponent, switching to the 1 life per game Battle Royale mode might be weird just because you're not used to dying instantly, and you might maybe even just a little more mad because you're kind of just chilling playing some Fortnite, and you might not be used to raging as much because you're playing Playground. Now that might happen, who knows. I find just playing normally, before Playground V2 even came out, I find I'm just so relaxed playing games, so chill. You know, still trying to win and tryharding, but I'm definitely more relaxed than now because I've been playing Playground like crazy, as I said. So when you jump from an unlimited lives game mode to a single life, it's kind of more stressful, to say the least. Now, you usually aren't actually scared, unless of course you aren't very good at the game and this could be your first win, something like that, but you usually aren't actually scared. You're just a little bit of anxiety because you do want to win and you haven't been used to the actual feeling of getting quite scared in the middle of a Battle Royale game. Now, I'm not too sure if this is for everybody, but this is definitely for me. I definitely noticed that happens. When you're not used to playing the single life, when you die, it's kind of upsetting, or you're just a little more anxious going to big fights, things like that. And being nervous or anxious can definitely affect your gameplay, 100%. I found myself in like a top 3 situation, just feeling a lot more nervous than I usually would in a top 3 situation. Before it'd still be a tiny bit nervous, right, because you want to win, but you really wouldn't be nervous. Just a tiny bit. If I'm like a 30 nervous before, and now I'm like, what, like a 70 nervous. That's the difference, because you're not used to playing under pressure like that. And those are the reasons I believe that Playground is actually making us worse at Battle Royale. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're at like 27k, guys. Road to 30k. Turn on post notifications because we do stream every day and upload all the time. And leave a like if you guys did go ahead to enjoy this video. Peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next one. And before I go, finally, here's some clips, you know, so I can fit in that video to 10 minutes and get that 2 cents of ad revenue that I make. Alright, peace, guys. That's actually not a joke, by the way, but yeah, whatever.
Ask a friend. I can't do this. Can I build? I have eyes on me. You can't find me.
But I will.
Awesome. What?
Try to take height and stuff.
Okay. You know what? Yeah. I died. I didn't die! I'm literally a god. What's wrong with the impulses? Did they fix something on it? Did you hear it? Did you hear the impulses? It went